It may seem crazy what I'm about to say. Since she's here, you can take a break. Hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, either way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy.
Pope. Delia Pope is a person who believes in the power of intention and decision. Also, I may add that Delia is a very joyful person, and as you will discover her in the impromptu speeches. But I want to read you a message from her to understand how funny she is. So she says, "Hello, Bogdan Yorga from Toastmasters." No, not this message. Okay. Hello, I don't think I have a small phone, so this is why. I think I can't speak now. Ha 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 ha. So she's very, very joyful, even when she's writing to somebody else. So in your applause, Delia Pope. Delia Pope, assets and liabilities. Assets and liabilities, Delia Pope.
Money doesn't make you rich. Assets do. This is a quote from Robert Kiyosaki, a very famous and successful business owner and investor, also a best-selling author of financial education books. Dear fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, tonight my intention is to raise your awareness on the subject and importance of assets and liabilities in our life. The difference between an asset and a liability resides in the value that they bring or they take away from us. For example, in other words, an asset is something that brings you value. It makes you money, while a liability is a risk. It is something that costs you money. To give you an example about an asset, let's say an apartment that you rent to a family for, let's say, 400 euros a month, that is an asset to you. Okay? It brings you money in the pocket without you having to do anything, just go and collect it. While the brand new Mercedes-Benz that you just leased for, let's say, 500 euros a month is a liability. It is a risk. It costs you and will continue to cost you money. Now, to be a little bit, as an even more explanation on this subject, I would like to tell you a story. It was year 1997 when I first joined a cruise liner to work there. For about 13 years of my life, ever since 1997, I have worked on some of the most luxurious cruise liners of the world. My job was fun, easy to do, and it paid really well. But, nevertheless, after 13 years of mirthing and traveling around the world, I decided to quit my job. I remained at home to give birth and take care of my gorgeous son. For 13 years of my life, my job had been an asset, a real asset to me. Not only did it give me the opportunity to travel beyond most of people's wildest dreams, but it also allowed me to provide and to maintain for myself a very comfortable standard of living, while also being able to provide financial support for my family. I have a question for you now. How long do you think that I managed to sustain the same exact standard of living after I quit my 13-year-old, very well-paying job?
5 years.
2 years.
Thank you. I'll tell you. 3 months. It was a full 3 months before I ran out of money, literally, and I began relying on my husband's earning ability. Thank you very much. So not only did I start relying on my husband's earning ability, not only did I stop providing financial support to my family, but all of a sudden I found myself being a major, turning from being an asset to myself and my family to being a liability. Because not only did they have to support me now, but they also have to give up some of their assets to support me. And here I'd like to just, for example, refer to the fact that I now live in an apartment that my mom used to rent. She used to collect rent for before I quit my job. She doesn't now. Well, to close, in conclusion, my dear fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, I would like to suggest to you to reflect upon the assets and liabilities in your own life. Are there more values than risks in your life right now? If you discover that the answer to this question satisfies you, I encourage you to continue to ask yourselves one important question every day, and that is, what more could I still do to increase the value and the quantity of my assets? I repeat, what more could I still do to increase the value of my assets? And if you discover that the answer to these questions do not satisfy you, it is my intention tonight to make you stop. Stop wasting your life away. Stop wasting any time and decide right here, right now, to begin opening yourselves up to the endless array of opportunities that your life has to offer each and every single day. Look into creating multiple sources of income for yourselves. To close, I would like to leave you with a few very famous words that George Bernard Shaw once said. Our only duty in life is not to be poor. Thank you.
Thank you, Delia. Thank you very much. So we have the opportunity to give Delia our feedback. It is recommended to say something that we like about her speech.